Hey, what's up, everyone? All around Adam here. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, I'm a regular middle-aged guy who decided to learn to ride a motorcycle so that my wife and I could go out and ride together. I've got other videos that give more background on that if you want to check those out. My goal here is to share my story with other new riders or anyone considering learning or getting better in hopes that my story helps in some way. Today I'm sharing an update from my motorcycle journey, and this one is about victory. You may have seen my video of my third ride where I had a low speed crash while practicing turns in the parking lot. I'm not going to lie, it scared me. Not because I crashed, but because I had been feeling pretty confident. And then when I crashed, I really had no idea why I went down. That feeling of uncertainty really was what put the fear in me. I've got a separate video posted that I'll link to showing the crash, what I was trying to do, and what I was thinking at the time. And then I have a follow up of my next ride where I'm very honest and talking about my fears and what I was working on to overcome them and how to correct the mistake that I made that caused the bike to drop. It was totally my fault using incorrect technique. You're welcome to watch those videos, but if you're curious now, I'll just tell you that I now know that I crashed because I had incorrect body position during a low speed turn. I've learned since then that in low speed turns, your body weight shifts to the opposite side of the bike to counterbalance the bike's weight. This is the opposite of what you would do in a high speed turn where you lean with the bike and then you use counter steering to help maintain the angle of the bike. So when I crashed, I was turning left at low speed and I was leaning left with my body weight, and the bike fell down while it was moving and dropped me on the ground and landed on top of me. It sucked and it was scary. So it was even more scary, like I said, because I had no idea at the time what I had done wrong. So the next couple rides, I was really nervous about any kind of turning, and just getting out there, I really had to make myself go and get back on the horse, so to speak. This video that I've posted today is two rides later, and you can see me practicing something that was critical to me overcoming that problem and those fears, which is called the slow ride. Some people call it the slow race, which is going as slow as possible on the bike while keeping it upright and using the clutch and the throttle to control the power in the friction zone and the rear brake to control the speed. If you haven't done this exercise, you should look up some videos on it, read about it, and go practice it, because I'm telling you now, it gives you a lot of control over the bike. You know that if you get in trouble, you can squeeze the clutch and brake, and the bike will stop. And it takes away that feeling where you might feel like you're not in total control. Now that I know how to do this and I've been practicing it, I feel in a lot more control than I felt before. If you pay attention in the video, you'll see that I'm always preloading the throttle to about 1500 or 2000 RPM. I just keep the throttle steady at that point, and then I use the clutch to control the power, and that is the friction zone. And I do that when I'm at low speed. Then I use the rear brake to control the speed of the bike. So if I'm ever feeling like I want to slow down, you can give it a little clutch to take some of the power away and a little bit of the rear brake to slow it down a little bit. And if you feel like you're going too slow or that the bike might stall and doesn't have enough power, you can give it more throttle, less clutch. You're manipulating those three tools at the same time, you can really maintain control of the bike and the speed of the bike and how much power it has. This video is where it all clicks for me and I figure it out. I'm pretty excited in parts of the video. And I go back to the same turn where I wiped out and I complete the turn several times, and it was easy. The first time that I had tried it, I was really not sure that I was even in my ability level to do it, but I felt like I could probably do it. I was wrong and crashed, obviously. Now I'm able to do that turn, and you'll see in the video I do it multiple times. And then afterward, I take a short victory lap around my neighborhood, which is the first time that I'm riding anywhere besides the couple blocks to the parking lot and within the parking lot itself. And it felt great to get out and be doing something besides riding around a parking lot. So I'm still practicing. I'm not ready to go ride hundreds of miles or anything like that, but I am out of the parking lot I still go to the parking lot and practice, but um, I'm doing other things, and it feels good to be out on the bike. So if you're a new rider, you have to learn the friction zone and the rear brake to control the bike. I'm telling you, it's a game changer, and it will give you a lot more confidence. It makes a world of difference, and it keeps you from having those "oh my god" moments of fear. And with that being said, here's the latest installment. Enjoy.
Alright, so we're going to give this new setup a shot. I got my new full face helmet, gloves, riding jacket. It's hot out here today, but I don't have a lot of time. So we're just going to give it a chance and see how it goes. Alright, so here we are. Gotta say, still intimidated by the bike. That usually goes away once I get it out on the road, so we're going to go slow and just kind of putt around today. If it's not busy, we might cruise around the neighborhood, but we're only going to be out for a few minutes, so let's give it a go here. Alright, so tires look good. Everything looks alright. We got gas. Kickstands up. Rear braking at the end of the driveway here. Nobody's coming. Little friction zone, duck walking. We're gonna follow these people out. Counterbalancing. A little slow race here. Preloaded, controlling speed with the back brake, controlling power with the clutch. Clutch in, rear brake, turn signal, stop with the rear brake, left foot only on the ground, look both ways for the idiots, friction zone, left foot only on the ground that whole time, turn signal, counterbalancing. Counterbalancing, reloading, friction zone, rear brake clutch, no cars, turn signal just for good habits. Turn signal again, rear brake stopping. These speed bumps are huge right here. This is the parking lot where I've been practicing. Thought I'd roll through here, just to roll through here. My little simulated course. Let's try some slow race here from a stop. Alright, dead stop. We haven't left first gear since we left the house, so we're still in first gear. Off the rear brake, friction zone. Now I'm working on this counterbalancing, preloading, using the rear brake to do the turn. So I've got just steady RPMs, using the clutch, rear brake, counterbalancing. Simulated stop. Right here's where I wrecked the other day. Trying to do this same turn that I'm doing right now. F***ing A, look at that. Yeah. Wow, that felt good. Wow, that feels amazing. I'm all over the back brake, friction zone. All right, felt good. I'll come back around and show you my crash marks on the ground here. Can't really see them now. I guess the sun took them away, but they should be like, oh, there's my oil on the ground. You can see it. There was a big ass scratch mark that went up the thing there. I was trying to make this turn. Instead of counterbalancing, I leaned into, down with the bike, and it went bloop right out from under me. Oh man, it feels good to be able to do that turn now. Tell you what, that friction zone's what's up. You get control of that, you got control of this thing. That and the rear brake, you can do this. 5 miles an hour, little tiny turns. good. Ever since then, I've been terrified of turning. Been watching all these videos, been up here practicing. It's been something, you know, you drop the bike, it's scary. Working on trying to be more relaxed when I ride, and I guess that just comes with confidence that I don't really have yet. This slow race is the exercise, I'm telling you. Like, everybody should start with this. And then maybe like a slow race slalom. I've never been off that little course that you just saw me ride, so this will be my first time going anywhere else. I think I found neutral there. Second gear. Look at that. Second gear. I don't think I've ever been out of second gear. We're just going to cruise around the neighborhood for a few minutes here. Making sure I'm in first. Turn signal on. Left foot only on the ground. And here I am in my first intersection with the first car behind me. Watch this. Third gear. Holy shit, I'm in third gear. It's the little things. Great ventilation on this helmet. Van's still behind me. I'm gonna put my turn signal on and we're gonna get away from this van. Let's try this roundabout. I should be able to do this. I did. Not pretty, but I got it done. Now, honestly, this part of this road, this is what I've been waiting for on this ride. Because there's a long stretch here where there's no stops, and I have not had a chance to do that yet. Like every time I've been out, it's been parking lot, block to block. This road, there's only one stop sign between back there and the end, and it's coming up right up here. And we're gonna skip it by going through this little park right here. Called the Concourse here in the neighborhood. You might get a little glimpse of the view that you can see from up here through the park. I'll try to slow down so you can see it. It's really pretty over there. Pothole. No cars. Circle in this parking lot. Community pool. Alright, preloading, friction zone, rear brake, slow turns. Back up the hill. We're going to go right back the way we came. Oh, I didn't know there was a stop sign here. Probably because there's a tree in front of it and I've never seen it before. Little hill here. Starting and stopping on a hill. Nice place to practice that. Past these people. Walk into the pool. You don't see a lot of bikes in this neighborhood, so these people are probably like, who's this dude on the bike? And we're going to turn left up here. I'll go by my buddy's house and see if they're out. Our friendly runner. This is my first time on a busy street. We're going to turn left at the light up here and take it back home. Oh, and we've got the right of way. That was kind of scary, but I think I did okay. And I'm glad I've been out here doing all this practicing, because it really made the difference. Success feels good. Man, that was awesome. That was awesome. That's it for today, folks. I'm going to turn this baby around and get out of here. Thanks for tuning in, and, you know, practice. Don't be afraid of the bike, but respect the bike. Have a great holiday. Happy 4th of July.